Yo, what's good? What's poppin', everybody? What's going on, YouTube? Well, what's going on, everybody? I am tired. Tomorrow, hopefully, weather permitted, I'll be going to Columbus Flea Market. Um, I'm gonna try to get there as early as possible, so I'm going to sleep early. Anyhow, I have decided from now on to stand clear of crappy toys. Now, my idea of crappy toys is new toys, anything that you can go to Target, Ollie's, and Walmart and pick up. Like these toys may be worth money later on down the line. I don't know. I don't give a shit. I put a lot of investment and time into looking for these toys, buying them, spending money, and they're not worth shit. G.I. Joe Classifieds ain't worth nothing. Fucking Black Series. I mean, these figures are not worth shit. I mean, that. I mean, I don't buy stuff as an investment, but I do buy the fact that if I do decide to keep it and until I decide that I want to trade it for other things, I would expect it to have some kind of value, but they're not worth shit. Especially when these companies are just running rabbit on not knowing what the fuck they're doing, and they're just pushing out shit. And I'm like, you know what? There's no money in it. People either have it and or they don't want it. And it's like, why go out there and pay retail? And it's like, I'm getting to that point where why should I go out there and pay retail for any of this shit when it's gonna be tons of it available? Comic Con is in like what, 2 weeks from now. I'm hearing everybody at the toy shows talking about Comic Con and this, that, and the third, and the stuff I have is not desired. They don't want it. So I did go to Paul's toy chest. He took the stuff off my hands. He gave me cash, and he gave me some good trade value for everything. I took 45 of the G.I. Joe Classifieds I no longer wanted. I also took the 24 Loyal Subject Turtles because he sells them and he says he does good with them, and the ones I have are good. And he also took, and that was 24 of those. So 24 of those. And the G.I. Joe Classifieds was 45 of those. And then I believe I gave him 18 of the Black Series Star Wars figures. And most of them sell for around 25, 30 bucks. But he took everything. I got some stuff from him. But before that, let me go into what I picked up today at the... at the Woodbridge Toy Show with Eric the promoter. Eric the promoter, he did take that big Devastator and the other Transformers that I got a couple of weeks ago, and thrifting, and I think I paid like what, seven or something dollars for them in a bag. And then the other one, I got that from Nick during COVID, that big Devastator. I think I got money into that, but I don't remember if I lost money on it or whatever. But I know Eric really didn't want the stuff, so I was like, since he always takes all my stuff anyway, I gave him a deal on it. And I try to give this stuff to him. Where are they? I tried to talk him and this dude named Frank into taking these. I'm gonna explain to you why. So these I got these guys. Wait a minute, what the hell? Oh, okay. I'm about to say. So I did get these guys. Also, thrifting. I got the 4 of them. I got these in downtown Patterson. I'm pretty sure maybe they came across. I don't know. I can't say. I think if they did have, but then again, I don't know because I think these were I don't remember if they were individually priced or no. They were bagged. The 4 of these was bagged. So I think if they had the black one, they probably would have put all of them in the same bag. I would think. But anyhow, you got these 4. And these are the Netflix, but it's the classic 1984 version of it. They did their own Netflix version of Voltron, which don't go for that much. Then they decided to do this one. This one they didn't put out as much as they did for the Netflix one, obviously, hence Netflix. But it goes for a pretty penny. Now, last week and Wayne this dude named Frank, who I had issues with a while back, over a year, about a year ago now, and in Target in Clifton, and I'm embarrassed because I keep saying it because my boy Q, Quincy, he put me onto it and told me, yo, you know, I didn't know you had problems with that guy, and I'm looking because I've been to a couple of toy shows and we said hi to each other, so I had no idea, and it's like I'm always up on par on that, but I had no idea that was him. So when he, you know what I'm saying, so when Q came back and told me, I felt stupid and embarrassed, like, oh shit, like, and he said, yeah, Mike, man, you should always know that. And I said, dude, you know I know that, but everybody slips once in a while. And, you know, if I seen him in Target, I would have known who he was. But being that, you know, he didn't have the same attitude, and I really wasn't really paying attention in Target anyway. But anyway, he did have a box, the Black Lion box. He had it marked at 45. He gave me a good deal on it. And he said he was going to call me and see if we could work out something for the G.I. Joe classified stuff. But unfortunately, it didn't work out. But it's all good because it worked out anyway. And I know I was hoping he was going this week. I can't remember if he said he's going or he's not too sure, but he did. And I tried to get him to buy these. And I said, dude, you should buy these off me and then rip the Black Lion out of the package and just, you know, put the, you know, and just sell all of them. And you get more money for it. You get more money for all of them. And then I also spoke to Eric, the promoter, and told him the same thing. But I guess his thing was like he was spending too much money because he had a lot of people selling him shit. Plus, he spent money with me on that, on those 2 Transformers, along with a couple of other things. So it is what it is. So not only am I going to get a lot more, I mean, there's a lot of toys I left behind now when I go thrifting because I don't want to just go to toy stores and have people rip me off and this. I mean, I understand they got to make business and all that shit. But anyway, neither one of them took this. So I did buy the Black Lion off of Frank. Because I think I got all these for like, again, $8, maybe $10 or less for the bag of 4 in a bag. So I was okay with that. And you know, they're lost. I don't know what the hell just fell. But the sound hit my phone, of course, right? Why wouldn't it be my fucking phone? Yeah, of all the things that fall on this fucking desk, it's gotta be my phone. Fucking piece of shit. So this is it. So this is the Netflix 1984 version. I guess they did this version to kind of like, I guess they figured since the other version, since the Netflix version wasn't that well received and they didn't like it too much, they went ahead and did this one. And I did get this, I believe last year, I got all of them. And at the GameStop, if I'm not mistaken, the GameStop on Main Street in downtown Patterson, that's on top of that. And I got them for a good price because they were all on sale. And I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to pick it up anyway because it is Voltron and it's dope. So I did get it, but I don't know. I don't understand why he wouldn't come with the blazing sword. But anyhow, you know, when I saw this, I was like, wow, that's crazy. And I was like, yeah, I should just buy it and then just transform him anyway. The reason why I say that is because I got this one as well. I don't remember where I picked this one up. Or actually, I do. I got this one thrifting as well. I did get this one from another thrift shop.
Let's put him out of business.
In Patterson. You know what I mean? I knew exactly what this was, and I didn't want other people at that thrift shop to really know that really know that this was worth money, because you gotta be sneaky too.
Form blazing sword.
And this is that same Voltron, so pretty cool.
Yes, that got him. Activate laser blades. Yeah!
Your time is running out, Zarkon.
Princess, we're a team, and we really need you. You came through when we needed you.
And that is the actual voice actors of that anime from the 80s. And this one, I mean, I have this one in the hallway, and I was like, you know what? I just want to show you guys this. So now I have 2 of them. And I've seen this also on Toy Federation too, that somebody brought it, and it was like around 200 or something like that. This is really dope, and you know, just really dope. So I do have this downstairs, but I have all 5 of them in their individual boxes, and when I saw this, I knew exactly what it was. But I try to play stupid because you know, nowadays you gotta play dumb to make sure you get something. And if I didn't, anyway, it doesn't matter. But this is the same one I just showed you guys, and you know, but Eric didn't want it, and I'm fine with that, and neither did the dude Frank. I guess he felt like he just better off giving me. I guess he felt like he wanted the money he gave it to me for, but you know, to be honest, that was a stupid move. No disrespect to you, Frank, but that was dumb. I would have. I mean, even if I would have asked you $75 to $90 for those 4 fucking lions, even the same thing with Eric. I think they both slept on it. And hey, it is what it is, man. You know what they say: you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make the horse. You can't make the horse drink, right? And at the end of the day, I'm not gonna force no grown man, woman, and or child. You know, all I could do is lead you in the right direction. And if you're too naive to accept it, you're too naive to accept it. What do you want me to do? I'm not gonna sit here and hold nobody's hand and be like, hey, listen, you know, nah, we don't do that over here. You know what I'm saying? So. So, let me show you guys the stuff I picked up at the show. So, there's one dude, his name is Matt. I met him today. He was like right behind where you got to pay to come in and where Eric and his father is. And, you know, he was like on that wall. Most of the regulars didn't come because I guess the show was just last minute. So, I got this stuff from this one dude. I got this Ollie Viper, which I believe I do have. And I got these 2 blueprints. He gave me both blueprints for $5. So you have the Monster Blaster APC, and then you also have the Desert Fox. So both of these were, you know, he gave me a good deal on both of these and this. I'm not gonna say what, but it was good enough. Oh, I'm sorry, I should have turned that on, right? So he gave me these for a good price. And the blueprints I brought for somebody, but then I realized that I need them. So that's why I'm not mentioning that person's name. I picked them up because I figured that person may need them. But now since I realized, wait a minute, I don't have those blueprints. They're going to me. And then these I got from this Filipino kid. I mean, his nationality don't matter, but I don't know his name. So that's the only way I can acknowledge who he is. And he gave me a better deal on all of these than he did the last couple of shows I've seen him at over time. Sometimes, you know, people prices change for the better in your advantage when they can't move shit. His prices are a little high. I'm not trying to sound fucked up or disrespectful, but when it comes to like Europeans, American blacks, and Asians selling toys, their prices are fucking ridiculous. I'm not trying to be rude or fucked up or racist. Race has nothing to do with it. It's just straight. It's not even speculation. It's straight facts. Every time I go to toy shows or flea markets, when I have American blacks, and when I have like most Europeans and any Asian, their prices are fucking ridiculous. Their prices are like crazy all the time. Now I paid money for these things. I paid. You know, I paid about $200 for them, but I needed them, and I know, you know what I mean? It wasn't cheap. And his prices weren't that far off, but I had the money, and I was like, you know what? I need them, and some of them, you know, they're all in decent condition, but his prices are ridiculous. But I brought them anyway. So first off, we got IRS. You know, he tag teamed up with the $1 Million Man a couple times. I think I do have this one, but mine is not in the best condition, so that's why I got him. And plus, he said he wanted $30 for both of the tag teams, which is the natural disasters. So you have Earthquake and Typhoon. You know what I mean? So, you know, those were $40, but he gave me a deal on that. Then you got here Greg the Hammer Valentine or something like that. You know, I don't have him as neither, and he's in really good condition. So yeah, grabbed him. Then of course we have the Tornado. And we have Dead Man Walking. I mean, if that don't look like the Undertaker, I don't know what does. Then we have, man, I always forget this guy's name. Sheesh, I forgot his name. But whatever. Got him anyway. You guys probably know who this is. He got that big doodle brown thing on his chest. I'll probably get some rubbing alcohol and take that off. And of course, we got Tito Santana. Who did not like Tito? And of course, we got the Mountie. I think the Mountie was supposed to come with a nightstick or something. And last but not least, we got Ricky the Dragon Steamboat with his fan or whatever behind him. Ricky the Dragon. I don't even think he was. Was he? I mean, he is Pan Asian, right? Because he's like. I think he was like Hawaiian, right? Because I know Jimmy Superfly Snuka or Jimmy Snuka. Yeah, even though he's a murderer, and got away with it. But I think he was Hawaiian or from Hawaii or Somalian, what would they call it? Somalian. He's from He's Samoan. I think Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I don't know if Ricky was actually Samoan as well or if he was Filipino. It doesn't matter. But anyway, I got these guys. I paid up for them. You know what I mean? But I needed them, and if I'd have got them anywhere else, I would have got them in banged up condition for about to maybe $40 more. I paid $200 for them. Yeah, the kid wanted more than that, and I guess it is what it is. Again, the Mountie is about anywhere from, depending on condition, anywhere from 15 to like 25, $30. Probably more like 35, 40 if he did come with a weapon, which I think he did. But in this condition, he's worth about 25 all day. I've seen people in the flea market and at other toy shows, and they wanted 35 for him. Just like this, and he was had a little bit more, or he had paint chips or paint rub, so he's worth about 20, 25. Let's just say 25, right? Let's say 20. Tito about the same. Tito Santana, he's roughly about the same price. I say more like let's say he's 20. So that's already $40. This guy, can't remember his name, but he's about 20. So that's 60, right? IRS, about the same, 20. So that's 80. And this is on the low end. Greg the Hammer Valentine, another 20. So that's already $100, right? Then we got Tornado at 20. And again, look at the condition of these guys. So that's already $120. Either one of these in a given, $20 is cheap. So let's say $40. So we're already at $160, right? 40, yeah, 160. With his cape, he's about $40 complete. So 40, and that's already 200. Undertaker is about anywhere from 40 to like 75, maybe even more. So let's just say 260 for that stuff, and another, let's say 40. So that's already $280. I get that. Now, me getting this stuff for $200, definitely a good deal. And again, it is a toy show. It's not the flea market. And, even guys in the flea market sell this stuff for some pretty decent prices. But You can't go wrong with them. I wanted that Undertaker. I wanted that Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And yeah, so these guys here, they going on my my shelf with my other stuff, and they'll help me get my WWF Hasbro figures up to par. So, and you know, all these guys, I knew I needed all of them. I know Typhoon is most likely an upgrade to what I have, and if I do have that particular Earthquake, which I may or may not, actually, let me see. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Actually, you know what? Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can keep from tripping. Actually, should I might be able to see right here. I know Akeem. Let's see. Let's get up and see, right? Give me 1 second, y'all. All right. So, okay. So the only person, oh man, I did have that Mr. Perfect. Fuck, he had the Mr. Perfect. Oh, that's why I didn't get the Mr. Perfect in the blue, one piece, because that one, it had like a little blue faded, and I didn't want to pay the price he wanted for it. That's why I didn't get it. He also had Dink the Clown, but my Dink the Clown is missing one finger versus his missing all four, and he still wanted like fucking $30 for it, which is insane. I thought I had a Earthquake. What the hell? I know I put my stuff here, so maybe I don't know, y'all. I don't know. A little weird, yo. I don't get it, but whatever. Let's see here. All right. So I have both of the $1 Million Mans in the green and the black. I got the Steiner brothers. I got David Boy Smith, Anvil Hart, Bret Hart, Owen. I got Michael. I got Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels as the Rockers. I got Jimmy Superfly Snuka. I forgot those two Somalian brothers. So yeah, it looks like interesting. I thought I had the I'm bugging out. I swore I had Earthquake, yo. So weird, yo. Maybe I put him because I had stuff all over the place and I was trying to put everything up here, so I'm looking here now to see. And I don't even understand why Clawful is standing like this. Huh, interesting. It's weird. I mean, I'm glad I have him now, but I swore I had him. I know what I'm wilding, y'all. I know I had this dude, man. Like, cause I know I had both of the natural disasters. I'm like, what the hell? This shit just disappeared. I got Hawk and Animal. I got the Demolitions. I got the Bushwhackers. Virgil. Andre the Giant. That's so fucking weird, man. I know I got two Sergeant Slaughters. That's so weird, man. So fucking weird. But I knew I wanted to upgrade this one because he makes noise, and on top of that, and as you can see, there's a huge difference between them. And I thought I had Big Boy here, but I mean, obviously I have him now with working mechanisms, and this one doesn't really work. So this one this will go out to be sold. So yep, that's what I got from the toy show. That's everything I got from the toy show. I got the blueprints, this G.I. Joe figura, and those WWF wrestling figures from that Filipino kid. I know he's Filipino because I asked him, and he's like, "Yep." And I know the term, I know their language, what it means. So he's like, "Yep." But he is expensive. Nice guy. Just because he's expensive don't mean he's a douchebag or an asshole. Because I'm expensive. If I know, I mean, we all are. I'm over here looking in my book to see if I need that Viper, or if I did get him mixed up with somebody else. And again, the Viper is not the one I got from. I got that from this guy named Matt. That in the blueprint. Nobody else had anything else there that I wanted or needed. Everybody that has some Transformers, He-Man, and this, that, or third, I either didn't need, or I didn't want, or I didn't need. That just goes to show most of these GI Joes I'm gonna have to buy them online. Cause there's no way in hell I'm not gonna be getting a lot of these guys. So I do have that Ali Viper I thought I didn't have anyway, but what year are you from, brother? Okay, so I do have that Ali Viper too. He's in the black and yellow. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I do have him. So, whatever, I got an extra one now. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. That was such a stupid song, but now for some reason it's catchy. Alrighty then, and while I'm on that subject, well, I know the Undertaker I needed. I know I need him. I think did they make two of them? They made him in the black and gray, and then the black and purple. I know this black and gray one. There's two versions of him, and this is the earlier version. I'm gonna see if you guys know your shit. Why is this one the earlier version? Obviously, not only because he's got on the black with the gray gloves, because when Undertaker first came out, he wore gray. Later on, he switched to purple. But notice his hair. His hair is actually reddish, not brown. So even I know that. I know a lot about these guys. Out of wrestling figures, I know a lot about a lot of vintage action figures, obviously. But these guys, I know a lot about because I had all of them on card, and that was a big regret. At that time, my mother lived in Bushwick Projects, and there's a guy named Mr. Gim, Korean guy. He had a store. He sold video games, toys, and backpacks at the corner of Moore Street and Graham Avenue, which is in it's Williamsburg, but we call it Bushwick, being that it was down a block from Bushwick Projects, but it was actually kind of considered like borderline of Bushwick and Williamsburg. And Graham Avenue was that was a shopping center, so he was like at that corner. And like whenever you brought anything from him or whatever, he used to always say, come buy again, bam, come buy. So we always called him, come buy again, buy again, come buy again, because he used to say that, come buy again, come buy, come. And he was a nasty Korean guy. This guy would blow his nose, and he would do all types of nasty stuff. But nice guy though. Other than that, Mr. Gim, come buy again, buy again. I remember one time my mother said, "Yo, stop telling my fucking son to come buy your shit." I remember my mother said that shit stop telling my goddamn son to come buy a fucking games. Oh my god, yo. That man was terrified of my mother, man. A lot of people were afraid of my mother. Yo, that shit was funny though. Oh man, it's gonna take me a long time to look in this book, but I didn't bring my G.I. Joe book with me, which I should have, but I already knew everything I needed. And Paul, at Paul Toys Chest, real nice guy, man. I'm gonna be doing a lot of business with him. He's younger than me. He's in his mid to late 40s, so he's definitely younger than I am. He could be maybe early 50s too, but still a baby. And he has a toy store. Very, 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 very open, very modest guy, very cool. He don't mind doing trades and spending money. I like people like that. He takes pride in his store. His store looks like it would be his man cave. He's the guy. That's all I can say. I've done business with him before. So let me show you the stuff I did with him. So like I said, I got cash. I got a good amount of cash. A good amount of cash. So thank you, Paul, and trade. So let me show you guys what I got from him. Good cash. Now, mind you, I sold him unwanted loyal subject Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures. The original 4, and probably about way more than half that. Probably about 12 or more of the street style turtles, and some of them were chases. Again, 2 foot soldiers, Splinter, Krang on that little walking thing. Both Casey Jones, April, Rocksteady, Bebop. The only thing I didn't have was Master Splinter. And the Krang in the android suit. But You know, I sold all that, so there was 24 of those. There was 45 G.I. Joe classifieds that people either A, didn't have the funds for right now, and or B, my boy Eddie was procrastinating and had me. I don't like procrastinators. I don't like that at all. I don't like people that, you know, like they just, you know, I feel like if a deal that we work with, that we making is not that important to you, then I don't need to do a deal with you at that particular time. Doesn't mean that I'm done with you. It just means that I'm just going to move it on to somebody else. And that's exactly what I did. So it is what it is, you know. And it was 45 of those, and then it was about 18 of the Black Series Star Wars. I kept some. I'm going to show you guys the stuff I kept. And I'm contemplating on just opening them up and trying to do like the original 12 as far as 6-inch go. But then I don't really need to, because I do plan on tracking down and getting the original 12 with the stand and everything for vintage. So I might just take that back to him anyway. And he still owes me some money because our numbers got messed up. He screwed up, but it was by mistake. And I'm cool with that. But anyhow, moving on. I got this bad boy from him. And I'm hoping I don't have this guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and look. I should have did that beforehand. So let me go and look and just make sure that I don't have him. If I do, maybe he'll take it back and let me get something else. So. All right. So it doesn't look like I need. I mean, I have him. I could still have him and don't realize it because he's in robot mode. This missile bay does not look familiar, but this part does. So let me see if I can transform him real quick. Because that's how I notice most of my guys by transforming them. Without me transforming them, I wouldn't know. You know, back in the days, man, I would not remember how to transform these things. I remember my friend in my grandmother's building. My grandmother. I remember my friend in one of her buildings. I seen my grandmother's, one of her closest friends, grandson had this, and he actually broke it. And yo, she smacked fucking fire out of him. And my grandmother told her, she said, "Why did you do that? Why did you hit that boy like that?" And she was like, "Because he just broke that goddamn toy, and I just brought that shit for him." And I'll never forget, my grandmother was so upset at her for doing that. Like, embarrassing him like that, like smacking him like that. You know, I mean, I know he felt, I mean, no, I don't have this one. I mean, it wasn't like she was a mean woman. But he just opened it up from TSS. I remember. And it wasn't funny. It was kind of fucked up. But she smacked fire at him. He stood there and broke. I mean, these things, like, some of these things were really challenging to a kid, man. You know, like, some of these things were not easy for people to, you know. Okay, I guess something's not right here. Okay, his feet. Let's see. Why were his feet or whatever? I'll have to look him up and see why he. Oh, okay. His head is here, and this piece goes. So yeah, I don't have this dude. Oh, but I don't break it. No, I don't. I don't. Do I have you? I think this piece maybe goes in here somehow. I probably do have this guy and don't realize it. Because maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing that one piece. Because this looks like it probably goes on here somehow, right? Or yeah, so he goes in here like this. So let me take this back and see, because if I do have this, maybe I could take it back to Matt. Matt wouldn't mind. Because if I did get it, I got it from him. So I just want to make sure, because I gotta get stuff together to take tomorrow. Try to do a trade. So the good news is I don't have him, which means now I do. And sometimes the bad news is, don't ask me why I got him mixed up with this. I think it was just the head, because this is mine. But I think the way the head pops up versus the head on this is probably why I got confused. And sometimes the colors are about the same. So if you're not really knowing what the hell you're doing, you'll make a mistake and you'll buy the same figure more than once, which is what I did here. So I don't know if he's complete or not, but if he is, I'll put this in here and I'll put it in my complete thing. So I not only will I know that I have him, but then I'll know I have him complete. So that is quality control. And I'm gonna leave the best for last. And you guys are gonna be shocked with this. So I also got this guy. I know I need him. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna need his pretender, the the exoskeleton itself. But I took advantage of getting him because I don't see him. The last one I saw, somebody had it glued, and they wanted 45 for him with a glued. I think the back rear leg was glued, and that was at one of the Wayne shows. One of the guys there had him. This here, I believe, I need either both or one of. Hopefully 2 of the 3 or 3 of the 3. You got this green truck here. And, okay. Oh my God, nigger, let me go. Let me go, nigger. Let me go. Did I just break something off of it? Oh, no, thank God, that's from my crazy glue thing. I think this car I might need. Don't look familiar. This does kind of look familiar. This truck doesn't look familiar. So, and again, this guy. I know I don't have this guy. So when I saw this, I knew I had to have him because I didn't. So I'm sorry that I keep getting up, but you know, I just figured, you know what, let me just go take a gander, because I don't think my Transformer stuff is in here. Nope. And I know Jerry and Matt love vintage toy parts and stuff because they always got a lot of toys they can redo stuff with. But let me just make sure I don't have these guys. Alright, so unfortunately, I do have one of those, I do have one of those things. That would have been fucked up if I had slipped in that. I would have went forward, and first thing my head would have hit on this, oh, it would have been bad. So unfortunately, I do have this one. I know it looked familiar, but whatever. So it doesn't look like I have this one or this one. And I do have this little thing here of stuff I either need to complete. Son of a bitch. I do have that car. I do have it. Probably got that fucking truck too. This says needs red car, which that's definitely not one. Yellow Lamborghini. I know whatever this needs is definitely gonna be whatever. Needs yellow truck. So it looks like I do need this. I just don't have anybody in the squad that it's supposed to be in. And now I have 2 out of 3 that I already have that I don't need. So that does kind of suck. But better the small one. Oh, wait a minute. There's another one in here. The red car. So this might complete one. What does it say? It says race patrol. Got the yellow Lamborghini. So it says red car. So this might be it. I gotta look this up and see. So that might be one down. Might be. I'm a little excited. Everyone counts. Now that's everything, right? So drum roll, please. Brrr. What is the most exciting show that's on Disney Plus that you guys have been watching, Star Wars related, that you guys like? And this person was actually a Padawan for a long time for the infamous Anakin Skywalker. Yes. Ahsoka. The beautiful half Boricua, half black Susta herself. The beautiful, never aging, gorgeous Rosario Dawson as Asuka. Osaka. That's Japan. Asuka. And it is not a black series. It's not a black series 3 inch 3/4. It's not a black series 6 inch figura. It is the Hot Toys. How do my boys say? Hot Toys, Hot Toys. He got Hot Toys, Hot Toys. Yay. Yeah, man. The Hot Toys Special Edition, aka exclusive Osaka with Grogu. Yeah, buddies and buddies out there. We have Ahsoka Tano with Grogu. Dope from the Mandalorian show. And I did see it. It is nice looking because he's got one on display. And he does have the ship. He has the Mandalorian 3 inch 3/4 ship. The newer one, not the one, well, not the Razor Crest because that blew up. But with him and Grogu is in a little dome up top, and he's in his own little space. I mean, his own. It looks like an old like one of those episode 1 ships. It's all silver. It's nice. It's really nice, and it comes with 2 different stands. It's supposed to come with a hovering stand and then like a regular nameplate stand. That's really dope. It'd have been dope if they'd gave a stand to where you can actually have it hanging on a wall or something like that. But I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it with this stuff. It's gonna be nice. I'm gonna put it here somewhere. I don't know where I'm gonna put it, but it's gonna be pretty off the chain. I'm gonna make a deal with him for that, and he doesn't have all the hot toys that I want. He does have a whole bunch of stuff there, but nothing really for me. Most of the toys he's not either getting rid of, or if he does, he wants top dollar for it. He does have all of the Robotech, the tech suits with the figures and stuff, and that's where the money is. I think the price he's asking is insane. I don't even think it's worth that, but I don't know. Maybe it is, and maybe I'm out of the whim. I don't know, but anyhow, yeah. So that's what I got today, and it was quick thinking because I was sitting down in the parking lot of the Hampton Inn in Woodbridge, trying to figure out. Damn, nobody here wants the Black Series. Nobody wants the fucking the G.I. Joe Classifieds. Nobody wants the Loyal Subject Turtles. I'm like, damn, the fuck am I gonna do? And then like my boy Eddie, he stood me up for a whole week, and it just I feel like if everybody have different priorities. I get it, but if you hold me up for a whole week, that means hey, you'll take it, but you're not in a hurry for it. So I'd rather move it to somebody else. I don't like people making me feel like I'm desperate or whatever, and I'm just funny like that. Not saying he does or he did. I just felt a certain way, and I was just fed up, and I was like, all right, we'll make a deal, whatever. And I looked up a lot of shit, and I was like, wait a minute. I remember that guy Paul. Didn't Paul say he have a store? His store is like minutes away from here, and it literally was. I had to go all the way and take the other side of the highway coming back, but it literally was like just over the water. Like he lives in. I mean, his area is basically like Parlin, which is like right like going towards Sayreville anyway. So he was like right there. So I went there and made a deal. I got cash in my pocket to spend tomorrow, and on top of that, I got. I mean, come on, brand new. Dude, got this brand new, got cash, and got some Transformers I needed. And it's pretty good cash. So, I'll take that any day of the week. That was a win. It was just meant for me to sit there and eat. Because normally I can eat and drive, even while I'm driving stick. But for some reason, I just wanted to sit there and think for a minute. I was like, before I drive away from here, I know this is like going towards Central Jersey and shit. Woodbridge is like, it's not far, but not close. But I was like, you know what? I know there's a lot of comic shops and shit that's closer down here than me going more up north and then driving back down again. So I was like, you know what? Let me just look up shit. And I was like, wait a minute. I was thinking, and I'm like, wait a minute. Paul's down here. So I called him up. He was more happy to take a look at everything, and that was that. And speaking of that, I also got this from Paul too. This is on the yellow transform. I don't know if I think I showed it to y'all or not. I don't know, but needed that as well. So yeah. So actually, let's look up this thing and see if that's the car. Since I'm already here, let me just go to my window. During the week, I spilled water, and the water fell into my expensive ass gaming keyboard, and I think it went haywire. So while I was doing that, I guess a lot of buttons got misconstrued. So now my whole setup is crazy. I mean, I got this whole different background. Everything is just different. And I don't know how to revise it. So I'm trying to get used to just saying F it. I thought it had something to do with everything was in safe mode. And for some reason, my screens are jumping now. I don't know why. But, whatever. I'm not going to go. I've been going crazy for a couple days trying to fix it. And I just realized that I think it's just stuck like this. Or maybe it is in safe mode. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, let's see here. I know they should be down here somewhere. It should be nowhere. Wait. Why is this there? Well, who is this guy? You are... It says off-road cycle with Axer. I think this is Axer. Yeah, that's his name. Axer is his name. Okay, so let's go to... He did have very few of those little rubbery figures too, but he wanted $15 each on them. I was like, yeah, he had a G.I. Joe Robotech of tech suit. He wanted $400 for that little shit, black and purple. I was like, God damn. He's like, yeah, but it's expensive. So I'm gonna look that up, and maybe I'll do a deal with him on that, because I know that's gonna be a piece I ain't gonna find. All right, here we go. Cross your fingers for me, please. I need the whole Hot Rod Patrol. I think I got the Metro Squad. The Off-Road Patrol, I need something out of there. Monster Truck Patrol. I got the green truck, so I need all the other ones. Right. So it should be Race Car Patrol. Yep. So that is the car. So I have officially completed the 1989 Race Car Patrol. I'm actually happy. One car is better than no car. You know what I mean? Especially when I have cars that I already have most of the set, and I can complete that one little set, because these little motherfuckers can run you anywhere from $60 to over $100 for just 4 of these little fucking things, because they're so hard to come by. I'm gonna put that there so I know where that's gotta go. So, yep. Very, very happy there. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because the little green truck is, I need that. So I got 5 Transformers out of 7. Oh, got 6 out of 8. I forgot about this guy because I know I need him. Let's see where he's from. He should be a part of Pretenders, right? There we go. Power Dashers, Power Masters, Pretenders. Who are you? Who are you? So he is part of Kernovac. It's like a wolf. So he's basically part of that dude. So, okay. Kernovac. So I gotta look these up in my book and just circle what I need and check off who I have. So that way I know. So it'll be a lot easier. So yes, sirree, Bobs. And before I move on to... Actually, should I even talk about those? No. And yeah, so I'm hoping Ralph's gonna be there tomorrow, and I can do a trade with him because I got a lot of shit for him. See if he got stuff I can use and need. Hopefully, he still has that green dinosaur thingy for the Master Universe, because I told him it wasn't He-Man, and I looked up a lot of people's collections and realized it was. I should have did more research when he said yes, it was. Sometimes you can't be arrogant and think you know everything. Yo, I really fucking love how this room came out, man. It came out fucking fantastic. Only thing that would have really made this thing look and pop crazy is if I went with those gray shells. I mean, it's definitely probably too late to switch them out for gray because I already drilled holes. I mean, if I didn't drill holes in them, I can take them back. But drilled holes in them already, and then Home Depot ain't gonna take them shits back. Yeah, you got holes in them? Hell no. But it would have came out nice, but it's okay. To my son Mike Jr., it's bland. To me, it's just fucking beautiful. Everything pops. It just looks a lot better, because, that white acts as a good background for the colors that pop off these figures. Like, you can really see who's behind there. Like, hell, you can even see Man at Arms right here, and the Wind Raider. You could see him right there. You could see his head and his chest plate. You could see Rio Blast, Clamp Champ. If this was gray, it'd be harder to see the ones back there. You could see a lot of. I mean, it's just fucking phenomenal. I'm not done. I might go a little lower on this shelf here. My plan was to keep it up because I was gonna do a deal with Eddie because he has the box. He has a B-wing in the box, but I might just buy it off of him because I was gonna try to do a deal with him. But whatever, Everybody got different priorities, I guess. I mean, I understand. It is what it is, but it is what it is. So I may use, whatever. I may use this. Jesus Christ. There you go. I may use that space for something, and I might still add another 72-inch shelf on the top just to be able to put some other stuff. Or I might just use that top shelf for Ghostbusters. I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm gonna do with a Knight Rider and a Batman or Batmobile is. I plan on using that for more He-Man stuff. I plan on having that whole thing He-Man. I may actually add a top. Actually, I think I'm gonna add a top shelf there. And because the He-Man figures, you can see because it's gonna be at eye level, so the shelf can kind of be like right on top of their heads. So that top shelf, which means like this space, I'm gonna have the Knight Rider and the Batman right above that, because they'll still fit. They might have to come out a little bit, but they'll still be able to fit on that shelf with the slant. So that's actually gonna be pretty dope. So yeah, that's gonna be He-Man and She-Ra related shit, and then the top shelf would just be those up there. And yeah, so yep. So I might go another shelf down, maybe 2 more clicks or 1 more down from the Star Wars ships, and I can utilize more space there, and then maybe even add a top shelf and add more stuff. Because my plan is, that's my plan. I mean, to be honest, I don't even have to do another shelf. I could just maybe put these guys there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe put these right there on top. I don't know yet. I don't know. Or maybe I'll put them in the hallway. I'm not really too sure. But I got some She-Ra shit here. This I think I got this from Ralph, or I got this from somebody 2 weeks ago in the I think thrifting. Not thrifting, in the flea market. So I'm hoping people are gonna have some decent shit tomorrow. I don't know how good Thursday was, but I do want to call Jerry's Matt and see what he got. Tell him to bring some good shit tomorrow. And let me see. Actually, I'm gonna text him, because a lot of times he don't like picking up the phone because he's busy. So I'm just gonna text him. See, I don't do Lone Ranger and that stuff. Not to say that it's not cool, just not my cup of tea. Like Zorro and that stuff. So I'm gonna take that stuff to him as well, because I don't do that stuff. But yeah. So definitely gonna take my GI Joe and my Transformer book, because you never know if somebody's gonna bring stuff tomorrow. I doubt it, but one can never be too sure on what anybody's gonna bring. And the reason why I'm taking my sweet time hanging and putting stuff where I'm gonna strategically put it, because I don't want to take it back down. Because obviously I done changed up sizes plenty of times. I already done this corner here. I already done switched up from 36-inch shelves to 42, which means I basically went 12 inches each, and they just fit perfect. And I did that with all 5, so that was almost $100 right there for 5 of these fucking things at $14.98 each, plus the tax. And then I had to get another 42 for this, because these are all 42s. Because that's the biggest they go. They go 42, then they go straight to like I think 70 or 72 or something like that, which are these right here. So now I know what inches I need and what inches to get. So once I figure out what I'm doing with that GI Joe room, I'll get to that when I get to it. You know what I mean? I gotta slide and move around that flag because I don't want to move it and mess with the superstructure and shit. So I do need to find something long and big enough, and I would prefer it to be a white box, but I'm gonna have to spray paint everything on it. I mean, I could go with white. I mean, I could go with paint. You could paint wood. So I might just paint the wood white instead of spray painting it, because that's just wasting a lot of paint, a lot of coats. Paint would go on quicker. It'll dry better because paint dries the wood just as well. So I'll just pick up some more eggshell white, and I'll just do that, and I'll just, maybe I'll put it on wheels. As a matter of fact, maybe I'll just put it on wheels too. I'll just do that, and then I'll buy some wheels and drill it to the bottom. I don't need it to be a bigger extension of the well. I mean, of the flag like everybody else does. I just want it to be big enough to do that, and at the same time I can use it as a shelf to put stuff under it. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm gonna do, because I gotta build that room. That room's got to be built around the aircraft carrier, because my plan is to have all my GI Joes out in the open, and then most likely I'll probably put one of these toy collections or something in there. Maybe the mask figures I'll put inside the closet or something. I'll do something old will be in that closet. So my plan again is to bring all the Transformers and GI Joes out. Worst case scenario, just the Joes. Because with these extra shelves and shit, it looks like everything I could have fit. Because I have to take in consideration that all my 64-ish or so GI Joe figures is in a foyer area, hanging up, going up and down the staircase, and the loyal subject stuff. What the hell was the loyal subject stuff? Oh, the loyal subject stuff was, some of them were on this wall, like you can't see right here. You can't see it. It was like on the side of one of the vistas, and on that wall as well. And then I had the rest of them just on the outside of the doorway, right. Anyway, they were right there. So that kind of takes care of that. And then my Super 7 Thundercats, they were in vistas behind other toys, as well as being in in these cabinets with some of the hot toys. So let me call my boy real quick. Let me call him and see what he's up to, and let him know that I didn't forget him, and ask him what he's holding for me again, because I might pick it up this week. Ivan, really fucking nice. I love this guy. Really nice guy, man. Really, really cool guy. I like him a lot. He's a really, really nice dude, and he's been holding my stuff for a minute. He don't have no problem with none of that. His whole philosophy is fuck it. People don't want it, they don't want it. They want it, they want it. So I got to change the. I'm gonna tell him to send me his address too, because he doesn't live in Newark anymore.
Hello.
What's up, man?
Hey, how are you?
¿Qué pasa, hombre, man? What the fuck is up, Holmes? What's up, vato?
Every day is raining. It's been raining for the last 10 days.
Yeah, I know, right, man? Yo, do me. I need you to do me 2 favors.
Yes.
First favor, Ivan, I need you to text me your new address.
Okay.
And then 2, I think middle of this week, I'm gonna come through and see you, for those figures.
Oh, perfect.
Now, well, you know what? I have to tell you, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you understanding and having patience.
No,
But
no problem.
yeah.
And now I just received a big alien, like the queen head of the alien, but it's a big statue. I was unpacking it now.
Was it a whole statue or is it a bust?
It's like a bus.
Oh, that's gonna be sick. That's gonna be.
So when you
huge.
come in, you're gonna see it. It's enormous. It's sick.
And we still gotta talk about those tattoos I want too.
Yeah.
All
Perfect.
right.
I will send you the address. Let me know when you're ready, and we go from there, bro.
Yeah, all right, no problem. It'll probably be like in the middle of the week.
Perfect, brother.
All right, man. Tell your son I said hi.
For sure.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later, Ivan.
Yeah, nice to talk to you.
Yeah,
brother.
you too.
Bye-bye.
Yo, he's a really cool guy, man. I met him on Facebook Marketplace, and he sold me a lot of hot toys. Like from the first time we met, he's like, "Yo, man, I like the fact that you don't give no problems." And I said, "Dude, man, when I know something's worth something, I don't do that. I mean, everybody tries to get a couple dollars off." He said, "No, there's a difference on trying to get a deal and trying to get a steal." Those are his exact words he used. And a lot of people always say, "Oh, you're cheap," and this, and I laugh because I'm like, I'm not a cheap person. I'm like one of the most expensive people in the flea market. I might not buy everything from people, and certain things I'm not gonna buy if I know I can't collect it or if I can't make money on it. But you know, I think I'm definitely a lot more. I'm very punctual. I'm like, I don't procrastinate. I'm straightforward, right to the point. And he likes that because that's the kind of person I am as well. So we just, you know, we build a good rapport. You know, he's invited me to his house to eat and drink. I don't drink. Now I will definitely eat some food because I like Spanish food, especially Central South American food. And I believe he's Ecuadorian. I believe either Ecuadorian or no, he's not from Peru. I think he's from Ecuador. I'm a real nice guy. His son, real cool kid too. Just a nice. I mean, you see him in the street, you would think he's like some kind of, you know, you would think differently. But then again, you see me in the street, look like this, not shaved. You would think, oh, look like nigga, like a drug dealer or a troublemaker. So, you know. I mean, it is what it is, man. Looks can be deceiving. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, you know, I got some money coming through. You know, hopefully this week. So I'm definitely gonna pick up some stuff from him because it's been long awaited. I want to get that Bane. I was getting it for a friend of mine, but a friend of mine actually wound up getting one because he was waiting for me to get back in touch with this guy. And he just said, "Yo, you know, I got Bane," and I was like, "All right, whatever, cool." And I do want to get a Christian Bale Batman because I like Christian Bale as Batman. And I forgot he's holding like one or two other pieces for me. I don't even remember what the fuck it is. I know Bane was one of them because I know Bane was for a friend of mine. But again, he said he got one. So, will I ever make changes to this room? There's a great chance that I will. I just hope that I don't spend all this money on these fucking. I mean, then again, the shelves are like, what? This is like what, $15, and I think these are like under 20. You know what I mean? So it's not much. I mean, money does add up, but dude, I spend that shit on breakfast. You know what I mean? Just for me when I'm out. You know, like, you know, you spend like 10 to 15 hours on breakfast. You know what I mean? Which ain't shit. So I'll get a Bing. I got an A wing, so I'll get a B wing fighter, even if it's not from Eddie. I'll get it from somebody. I'm not really sweating it. There are some other sets and shit I need, but I'll cross that bridge when I get there. There's always there's always time and stuff to, you know, to get shit. You know what I mean? So I want to hurry up and finish this off so I can start bringing stuff from that room to this room, stack all that shit up. Because everything, you know, as long as I can, you know, as long as I can walk this way, I don't give a shit. That way I can start on that room. Because I want to paint this hallway. But I don't want to paint the hallway knowing I got to bring a lot of that furniture out. And I got to bring other materials up. Because, you know, what if I scuff and ding the wall? That means I got to reprocess the whole thing. So I might as well do everything in one shot. So, again, my plans is to start on that room. And, you know, I'm supposed to meet up with Paul Tuesday anyway. What are you doing? What are you doing? What is this guy doing, y'all? Let's see what he's doing. He's just sitting here, busybody. Look at him. Look how angry he is. Look how angry he is, y'all. Look at him. Look at him. So angry. And now I'm going to mess with him. You don't really want to mess with them too much because they get stressed. And if they get stressed, they can get sick and die. But let's mess with him. Let's see what he about. He wants to be a bad boy. He want to be a bad boy. I don't want to mess up his pincers. I don't got nothing to... I got a claw. What's the call here? Let's see. See what this dude gonna do. Look at him, look at him, look at him. Look at him, look at him, look at him, look how angry he is. Look at look at him, look at him, look at him. He's so angry. And he's sticking to the floor. He likes it because it's soft. Look at him, look at him, look at this guy. He's staying, look at him, look at him. Look at him, look, he's so angry. I like messing. Oh, now he gonna go inside. No, little bastard, little sneaky prick. Let's see if I can get him out. Yo, he's fucking hilarious, man. He's just so angry. He angry, man. He's like on fire. He's so fucking mad. I'm trying to get him out, y'all. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get him out. Oh, Undertaker. See if I can get him to come out. He don't want to come out now. Okay, he's coming out now. He's mad. Now he's really fucking tight. Let's see if I can get him to come out. He's fucking hilarious. Look at him. He was cool. He was chill yesterday. He in fight mode now. He tight. Y'all probably can't really see because of the glare. But yeah, he's chilling, man. Man, in defense mode now, man. He like, yo, my dude, you gonna leave me the fuck alone. And I got my 2 tarantulas there. I got my good girl who I pick her up. And then the other one, which you don't want to pick her up. You probably got a better chance picking up this dude because she'll flick hairs at you and she's always angry and agitated. So I don't like really bothering her because she likes to flick her hairs on her abdomen. So I'll leave her the fuck alone. But yeah, I brought the 3 of them up here. And I think I'm going to give my lizard to my daughter because she really always said, Dad, I want a lizard. I want the lizard. So when she comes over to pick up something, I'll give it to her. Dead man walking. That's how he looks. So yeah, that's everything. So yeah, I do plan on expanding my He-Man collection. He-Man. And again, the reason why I kept this with so much space is because for the slime pit, I gotta make sure I have enough clearance for the skeleton, for the skull head. That might not even be enough clearance. I don't even remember. I know Dave have one in Hidden Treasures, but I might just go because he's holding an Eternia ship for me, but I don't think I'm gonna take the ship. I gotta look it up and see what it's going for, and if it's going for decent money, I might just take that and just try to make money on it with the He-Man figures all together. Because 2 He-Man figures are busted on it, but he threw those in with the last deal, so I can't complain about that. But the Eternia ship, he gave it to me for a good deal too. So he has some stuff there that I want, so maybe I can do something with cash, because man, but yeah, it's coming on. It's coming along. I want to hang up these Star Wars figures. I just don't know where I'm gonna hang what up at. Excuse me. And yeah. All right, y'all. So y'all seen all of it. Peace out.